Hello, welcome back to the mat. Welcome to our really chill, slow, little bit of a stretch flow today because I know you've all been loving the slow down yin type style classes. So this isn't technically yin, but you can call it whatever you'd like. A nice slow stretch flow. So let's get started in a seated position. Maybe you bring some blocks or a cushion underneath your bum to bring the hips nice and high. Let's just take 2 shoulder rolls to land. Shoulders come up to the ears, press them all the way back and down. One more, shoulders come all the way up to the ears. Press them all the way back and down, letting the hands rest down on the knees. Maybe you close down the eyes. Let's take the ear over to the left hand side, finding a nice gentle stretch through the side of your neck. Just guiding your breath into that sensation. With each breath, see if you can soften that little bit more. Just allowing yourself to land on your mat. And when you're ready, let's take the chin down towards the left armpit. Just feeling the stretch move to the back of the neck. And then we'll take it up towards the sky. In your own time, working through those 3 movements. Just observing any tension you might come across. Maybe you hold still, maybe you move through it. Maybe you open, close the mouth, whatever helps you release here. Another 2 breaths. And on your next exhale, let's take the ear all the way over to the right hand side, just holding the side stretch to start with, actively pulling the left shoulder away. And when you're ready, moving the chin down towards the armpit, up towards the sky. Just enjoying those sensations. And on your next exhale, chin drops down towards the chest, hands to the back of the head. Just letting the weight of the hands pull your chin a little bit closer. And exhale to release the hands behind you, puff out the chest. Maybe you lift the hands away from the bum, wiggle left, right. And when you're ready, let's gently release the hands. We'll extend both legs out long, so we're in a bit of a straddle. Your legs can be as wide as you'd like, they don't need to be super wide. We'll bring our right hand in front of the left leg and bring the left hand up and over. Think of rolling that left shoulder open to the sky. Coming as low as you would like, we're looking for a nice side body stretch, but also through the inner thighs. So we're active through the feet. Think of pulling the toes to the sky and then rotating them backwards. With each exhale, just allowing your body to soften. Maybe as those muscles release, we'll stay for another 3 breaths. One last inhale here. And exhale to slowly come all the way back up to a seat. Let's rotate to face the right leg. So our chest is rotated towards the toes. Take a big inhale and exhale to bring the chest down towards the toes. But just be mindful that we're not lifting that left hip. So see if you can keep both sit bones down to the ground. As you come a little bit deeper, maybe you reach the fingertips forward. Actively pressing the left sit bone down. So we're still active through this left leg. We'll stay for another inhale. And exhale. One last inhale here. And exhale to slowly make your way back up to a seat. Come back to face the front. We'll find the other side. Left hand in front of the right leg. Right hand reaches up and over. Think of rolling that top shoulder open. Reaching the fingertips over the left foot. So rather than thinking over and down, think over and up. With each exhale, see if you can release that little bit deeper. Not trying to push anything, just allowing your body to melt naturally. 2 more breaths. One last inhale. And exhale to slowly come up. Use the weight of the hand to pull you up. And then we rotate to face that left foot. Remember that right sit bone stays down, active through this right leg, and bringing the chest down towards the ground. Walking your fingers as far away as from you, and that feels good. Still active through the right leg. With each exhale, maybe melting that little bit deeper. We'll take another juicy inhale here. And in no rush, slowly peeling yourself back to a seat. Let's bend the knees so the soles of the feet are together. They don't need to be super close to your pelvis, just wherever they sit naturally. Letting the knees drop out to the side. We'll hold on to the feet and open them out like you're reading a book. Take a big inhale to sit up nice and tall, nice and long through the spine. And exhale to bring the chest down towards the toes. Once you've found the depth of your stretch here, maybe you relax the back of the head. If your elbows are on your shins, maybe you actively press into those elbows to pull the knees down towards the ground. Again, with each exhale, just softening, not forcing. Making any little adjustments that you need to. Listen to your body. 2 more breaths here. One more inhale, another inhale, one more big inhale, and exhale to gently release. All right, let's rock over to our hands and knees. We'll find a 4-point kneeling. Let's just take some gentle cat-cows here before we come into any stretches, dropping the belly, opening out the chest, and exhale as you round out through the spine. Inhale to drop the belly, open out the chest. Exhale to round out through the spine. Maybe finding some intuitive movement here, bringing the chest down and around. Maybe wagging your tail. Just allowing your body to move freely. Find that flow with breath. We'll explore for another 3 breaths. And on your next exhale, let's make our way back to a neutral spine. We'll pick up the left foot, step it to the outside of your left pinky for a low lunge. So both hands stay on the floor. If you need more space, bringing your hands to blocks or cushions, whatever you've got, books maybe, letting the hips drop down. So maybe you need to walk that back leg away from you. Seeing if you can square the hips, the shoulders to the front of the mat. Stay proud through the chest. Think of a nice long spine. You should find a nice stretch right through the front of the back leg, maybe into the hip of the front leg. 3 more breaths here. One more inhale here. Our right hand stays where it is. Take the left hand all the way up and over for a twist. Now, option to stay here or option to bend that back leg, searching for the foot. It's okay if you don't touch the foot. It's okay if you prefer to keep the leg on the ground. There's no right, there's no wrong. If we bend the knee, we might find a little bit more of a quad stretch here. And if you're quite open through the hips, just letting that left knee pop out to the side to give you some more space. Again, maybe you close down the eyes, just allowing your breath to let you soften. Maybe you find some little gentle movements in each stretch, whatever feels nice in your body. We have another 2 breaths here. And on your next exhale, releasing the foot if you have hold, both hands make their way back to the ground. We'll straighten the front leg, bend the back leg for a half splits. See if you can stop the hips over that back knee and walk the fingertips forward. Nice long spine here, and once you've found your stretch, let the crown of the head melt. Only come as deep as you would like. Maybe you flex the front toes, the left toes back towards the shins to intensify that little bit more. 2 breaths. One more inhale. Exhale to bend into that left leg. We'll come into a skandasana or a lateral squat or lunge, whatever you want to call it. So we'll bring our left heel down to the ground and we'll rotate that right foot to face the sky. Now everyone has different mobility when it comes to our hips and ankles, so working with whatever you're working with today. Seeing if you can push the heel down towards the ground, but if you can't, it is fine if it's lifted. We'll bring our fingertips to the ground in front of us and think of sitting the hips backwards. So allowing yourself to open out through the hips. I like to actively press that left knee out. If it's helpful, bringing the left elbow to the knee. And I enjoy this stretch right into the left hip, but also in the right inner thigh. So I'm staying active all the way down to the toes. Imagining I'm rolling that right leg backwards and pressing the left knee open. Again, only coming as deep as feels good for you. Another 2 breaths. And on your next exhale, let's gently release the stretch the easiest way for you, coming into the other side. So I like to just bend into that opposite side. Maybe keeping the heel on the ground, maybe it lifts up, it doesn't matter. Active through the left leg, think of rotating that left leg out, maybe the fingertips to the front, or as we did on the other side, maybe that right elbow comes to the right knee, we actively pressing it away. Seeing if you can slow down the breath. Releasing any tension wherever it doesn't need to be, through the jaw, through the shoulders, maybe the feet and the toes. See if you can invite a little bit more softness to the body. Another 2 more breaths here. And on your next exhale, we'll rotate to face the right leg. So picking up that left leg, rotating to our low lunge like we did on the other side, letting the hips drop down towards the ground and lowering the back knee down to the ground. Proud through the chest, nice long spine here. So allowing the hips to drop down. We'll stay for another 2 breaths. And when you're ready, let's bring our right hand high so our left hand stays where it is. Right hand reaches all the way up and over for our twisted lunge. Option to stay here, option to bend that back foot. Remembering we can press that right knee out to give you a little bit more space. And that reaching for the foot is optional, so you can leave it on the ground if you prefer. And finding that balance of activation and relaxation. Staying active through the hand, through the left shoulder. Just allowing the jaw, the breath to relax. Another inhale here. And exhale to unravel. Let's straighten the front leg, bend the back leg for our half splits. Our hips stop over the knee and we walk the fingertips away from you. Once you've found the stretch, just letting the head relax and taking any little adjustments that feel nice. Starting to listen to your body, what it needs today. You know your body better than anybody else. Just taking one last inhale here. And exhale to slowly bend into that right leg. Let's spin around. So we're sitting on our bum. Both legs are to the front of the mat to start with. Then we'll hug our right foot in towards the bum. So we're in a half hero pose. So the ankle's on the outside of the hip. See if you can square the hips as much as you can. And when you're ready, just leaning backwards. So we're looking for a nice stretch through the front of this right quad. To intensify a little bit more, tuck your pelvis under and lean backwards. So maybe you're up here, maybe you prefer to come down to the elbows, or maybe you'd like to have a lie down on your back if that is accessible in your body today. But wherever you are, think of tucking the bum under to intensify that stretch. We'll find another 3 breaths here. And when you're ready to come out, we'll slowly release that right foot. I like to just roll over to the left to give me some space. And then we'll come straight into the other side. So our left ankle hugs in towards the left butt cheek. We square the hips as much as we can, lower down as low as you would like, and hug the pelvis under. So tuck the bum under to find that stretch, intensify that little bit more. And either closing down your eyes or just taking your eye gaze to one thing. Seeing if you can guide the breath into the stretch. Another 2 breaths here. And on your next exhale, let's release that foot, rolling over to the right. And let's just have a lie down on our back. We'll find a figure 4, so crossing the left ankle over the right knee and hug the right knee in towards your chest. Actively pressing the left knee away from you. Maybe you find a gentle wobble left and right. Really working on pressing that left knee away to intensify that a little bit more. Maybe hugging that right knee a little bit closer as you press the left knee away to find that push-pull resistance. Another 2 breaths. And on your next exhale, let's lower the right foot to the floor. Keep the ankle crossed over. We'll find a full cross across the left knee over the right. Hands go out to the side as we drop both knees over to the right hand side. So we're in a supine twist with a twist in the legs. If you can, keeping both shoulder blades on the ground, maybe taking the eye gaze back over the left. Just allowing that top hip to pull down. See if you can scan through the body, letting go wherever you're holding on that doesn't need tension. And if you're finding that your breath is really constricted, just allowing some big deep inhales in through the nose and out the mouth. And when you feel like you've got control again, bringing it back in and out through the nose. 3 more breaths. And when you're ready, let's slowly unravel, coming back up through center. Just taking a moment to realign the spine as we come into the other side. So our right ankle over left knee, holding behind the left thigh, actively pressing that right knee away and actively pulling that left leg in. So yes, we're finding relaxation here, but we're also finding that activation to find the resistance within the body to find the stretch. Three more breaths. And when you're ready, let's lower that left foot to the floor. We'll cross the top knee over the bottom. Arms go out to the side, and exhale to take the knees over to the left hand side, seeing if you can keep both shoulder blades down on the ground here. So allowing that top hip to roll over, coming as deep as you would like. Again, just scanning through the body, seeing where you can release any unnecessary tension. Maybe that's mentally, just allowing yourself to be. Try not to worry about anything else you need to be doing. Just giving yourself permission to be in the present. Another 2 breaths. And when you're ready, let's slowly unravel, coming back to center, release the feet back to neutral. Readjust the spine back to center. We'll find a bridge pose, so lifting the hips nice and high. Option to bring the hands to the hips and walk the shoulder blades a little bit closer together, so the hands are just supporting the hips here. Or if that feels like a little bit too much, just interlace the fingers underneath the back. See if you can walk the shoulder blades together, maybe pressing the pinkies down towards the ground. We're really working on opening out through the chest here. So think of pressing into the heels to lift the bum nice and high, nice and active, and open through the chest. So squeeze the shoulder blades together to press the chest towards the front of the mat or the back of the mat, depends on where you're facing. We'll stay for another 3 breaths. Another inhale, and on your exhale, release the hands, slowly rolling down through each vertebrae, all the way onto your back. We'll hug both knees into the chest when you arrive. Give yourself a big cuddle. Maybe you wiggle left, right. Maybe you prefer to find happy baby here, if that feels nice, kicking the feet to the sky, holding the ankles or the toes, bringing the knees into the armpits, tailbone to the ground. Another 2 breaths wherever you are. And on your next exhale, slowly rocking your way up to a seat. Let's just find our hands on the knees, sitting up nice and tall. We'll take one last cleansing breath before we finish up. Inhale to take the hands up over the head, and exhale to draw them down to your heart space. Thank you so much for making your way through this slow flow with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, let me know down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for flowing with me and moving your bodies intuitively and honoring this ancient practice of yoga. Namaste. Thanks guys, I feel a little sleepy now. Hope you enjoyed it. As I said before, any questions, any feedback, let me know below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time on the mat.